My thrift stores are so expensive. I hear that comment all the time. I understand, but guess what? There are tons of other places to source, and today I'm going to show you exactly that. I sold 27 items over the past 24 hours. I'm going to show you everything I sold, so you're going to get some bolos, some new items to you, hopefully, and how much I paid, how much I'm selling them for. Most importantly with this video, all the places that I source. Welcome back in. Let's start off with our Mercari sales. Now, if you're new to the channel, I go live every Monday on YouTube and Facebook, all sorts of places, and I show you exactly what I'm selling over the weekend, what I sold, and I answer tons and tons of questions. So come on over to a live 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday mornings on YouTube. So subscribe, hit the notification if you want to. Throughout the week, I will also go over these sales. So you can come in, tune in like a morning show or an evening show, whatever you want to call it, whenever you're watching it. But I'm going to show you my sales. Mercari, I sold 2 items. So the first item is an Adidas pair of 365, very important 365 shorts. So these are the shorts I always talk about that I sell with Adidas, Under Armour, Nike, even Callaway. I sell these type of stretchy, tacky waistband shorts. These were retail arbitrage. I got these for right around $10 and sold them on Mercari for $28. And remember, Mercari does not have eBay or seller fees. Sorry, eBay does 13%. But Mercari, you get to keep all that. So put the label on this, and that is sourcing number 1, retail arbitrage. So I bought that from a retail store on clearance and resold it on Mercari and made a profit. Same thing with the second item I sold on Mercari, and it's this Notre Dame Escape apparel. I never heard of it, but I just comped it out. And when I saw the MSRP at $150, I'm like, wow. It was $7 and some change at Burlington Coat Factory, a Notre Dame button-up shirt. The comps weren't great, but for 7 something, I knew it would sell. It sold for $24. This is the second one I've sold in the past 2 weeks. I listed them both about a month ago. With retail arbitrage and sourcing in general, you want to make sure your buy cost is very, very low, especially in retail arbitrage, because you're usually spending up more than thrift store prices, and you really don't want to be sitting on that money for a long, long time unless you're comfortable with sitting on that money. I tell people often, sometimes it can be like buying a stock in the stock market, right? If you're buying an off-season item, like right now, it's the middle of summer. If I buy a down jacket, chances are that's not going to sell until the winter. But what if you bought that jacket or that stock for $50, knowing that in 6 months that stock or that jacket is going to triple in price? More than likely, everyone's going to buy that jacket. So just depends if you're comfortable sitting on that stock or money for 6 months. That's up to you and your business model. I had 3 Depop, but all in one order. People are buying on Depop Peter Millar. I've sold probably 7 over the past, 3 days. Peter Millar polos. A lot of them have local golf courses on the front of them. Actually, all of them do. So that's why I priced them down a little bit. These were all thrifted. So we have a retail arbitrage. We have a thrifted. These were all $4 something a piece. And listen, I have to do what those comps tell me to do. And Peter Millar just is not selling these summer comfort shirts unless it's a really cool print, all over print. They're just not selling for me like they used to. I sat on a whole bunch of them all last spring and summer, so I dropped the prices. You have to just do what the market tells you to do. People are only going to pay what it's worth. So these sold for $18, $21, and $18 for the 3 of these, all to the same person. So I rolled them up like a burrito, real fancy style. I'm putting them in my poly mailer. Now, anything you see I use is on surfsupfinds.com. You can go to Amazon and click the link and all that stuff and see the items I use. Also, Autoposher. I'll let you know if I have an Autoposher sale. I use Autoposher for crowd listing. A lot of you already know that. So I'm going to go put this on here. Again, there's 2 places to source. Your thrift stores, retail arbitrage. Making money at both, because that's what we do. Let's do Poshmark next. On Poshmark, I had 6 sales overnight. Yesterday, I listed over 20 items. So 6 sales overnight on Poshmark. This is a thrifted item. I don't usually get this brand almost ever. Jose Banks. I see it all the time. Rule of thumb, if you're thrifting and you're new, you see a brand all the time, more than likely it's not something you should pick up. If it's in the thrift stores, it's all over the internet for cheap. So supply and demand, again, if it's everywhere, it's usually not in demand. This is a Jose Banks, actually new with tags. That's why I purchased it with a linen blend. So I had a few things going for it. Sold it pretty quickly on Poshmark it sold for $54. $54. Again, Poshmark, you use your free envelopes. Don't use your own stuff. Don't waste 11 cents with your own bags. Use the post office supplies because you don't want to be spending that money. So I'm going to tell you, not only do I source at thrift stores, a lot of you who watch me know that I do a lot of retail arbitrage, especially lately. Ever since the pandemic, it's been tough goings, but over the past year, retail arbitrage has really come back, which means there's just a lot of inventory coming into those stores and then going on to clearance. During the pandemic and after a lot of people were spending money and the supply chains cut off a lot of the stores getting inventory, so everything was selling at full price at those stores. It's coming back now. So look out for retail arbitrage. Next item, we'll do 2 more retail arbitrage. Don't worry, we have more ways to source. This is a foot jewelry retail arbitrage. Got this for right around $11. This sold for $28 on Poshmark. Remember, Poshmark takes 20%. FootJoy is not a brand that I really like to pick up too often, at least some polo shirts anymore. At the thrift store, $5 max, maybe. But if it has an all-over print, again, that's just the theme right now. All-over print and Peter Millar, FootJoy, Puma, whatever. Anything Holderness and Bourne, William Murray, anything all-over print is what's selling. A lot of you resellers out there know that. But those of you who don't, that's why I'm here. All right, next item that sold was a marine layer. Marine layer, new with tags, $52 MSRP. It doesn't matter. It's only worth what someone will pay. So this one was worth, what did I have it at? $30. So someone paid $30 for this. I actually have a few of them right here. There's one. I have a few of these. I remember I bought these at the end of last summer during TJ Maxx's yellow tag event. At the end of every season, usually they have a yellow tag event, which is like the markdown on the markdown on the markdown. That's when you want to go. And you have to hit it up like the day of. If you don't hit it up the day of, you snooze, you lose when it comes to that. Look what I did. I just put that in a regular bag, so I just wasted 11 cents. That's okay. Next item, let's talk real talk right here. These are Puma golf shorts. I don't pick these up anymore. I don't pick up Puma golf shorts, maybe some, but let me tell you this. Puma golf shorts are now sold at Costco, and they're like $16. So there's no way you're going to probably get $22 for a pair of used Puma golf shorts. And especially these plaid golf shorts that were popular, like Ricky Fowler used to wear these maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. These were really popular. Not anymore. So I went through my store, I priced all of them down, and these sold for $12. So I'm happy spending $3.99 at my thrift store, getting more than my money back out of them, which is fine. Now I have whatever, how much money, 10 bucks or $8 or $9 to go get some really good stuff. Maybe I'll find some Roback with that money. So the point with that is I've sat on those for 2 years. If you have things that aren't selling, lower the price, get them out the door, get your store rolling. Again, I just wasted 11 cents. Next item is a blazer that I basically gave away. I sold this for $20. I've had it was in the, so I keep all my blazers and suits in a coat closet at my house. This one was at the very back, which means I listed it a long time ago, and it just has sat and sat. And this brand has just not done well for me. Hugo Boss and blazers and suits. 2016, they were great, but over the last few years, they've just been awful. This one even has a nice wool blend. Really nice blazer. Someone's getting a really nice blazer. Paid $7.99 for this. It sold for $20. I took an offer. When someone, it's one of those items that someone offered you something for it. I didn't even look at the price. I just took it. So again, with blazers, fold it in like this with the buttons on the inside. I roll it up like a burrito. That way it doesn't get any creases in it. It won't have any creases in it. Never had a complaint about the way I fold anything or ship any of my clothing items. And I've sold over 32,000 items. So I don't have complaints. And if it doesn't look right to you, that's cool. You do you. But I'm going to continue to do this as long as I don't get complaints. If I get a complaint, then I'll switch it up. But that sold for $20. $7.99 into $20. Again, another one like the Puma. Happy to get it out the door. Here is a Levi's denim jacket. These were really hot there for a period. They're still good, but they were really, really hot. A denim trucker jacket. This is a men's small Levi's. And these would sell for around $40, especially if you found the vintage ones. They just aren't bringing what they used to. This brought $22. I paid $5.99 for it. This is going to go out in a priority envelope. But yeah, these just don't bring what they used to. It's unfortunate because they're really, really cool. But with a lot of brands, you'll see Levi's Silver Tab did it too. A lot of brands, oh man, the biggest, Tommy Hilfiger and Adidas. Whenever a brand sees that their vintage stuff is doing well again, like these denim jackets or Levi Silver Tab, these Silver Tab jeans right here. When they see they're doing well, they do a repop. They're like, oh, they're doing well, which is great for them. They're gonna come out and produce new ones that look like the old ones. And that's what they do, and then they just completely oversaturate the market, and it just tanks the market. Let's get to my main platform, eBay. eBay is king, and I'll show you exactly what I sold. Retail arbitrage. We're gonna go over 3 or 4 ways you can source. So far, we've only done 2, retail arbitrage and sourcing. This is a Ping putter cover. I paid 75% off of 25, 21, so like really, really low buy cost on this, and sold this on eBay for $18.88. This is actually going to go out in a padded flat rate envelope. That's how I have it going out, and that's how it's going to go out. So padded flat rate envelope, $18.88. Ping, people ask me, what golf brand should I look for? As far as golf clubs and head covers and stuff like that, Titleist, Ping, PXG, Callaway, those are the brands you want to be looking for. Those are the top brands. If you don't remember, later after this video, I would go into a local pro shop or Dick's Sporting Goods or the Academy, I think it's called, and go look at their most expensive clubs. Those are the brands you're going to be looking for. Shirt, if you've been watching my last videos, which I'll link one at the end of selling videos, I've been selling these like crazy since I dropped the prices to $10. So it just says Champion on the front of it. Thrift store find, I bought a whole bunch of them. I think someone donated a whole bunch of black and blue ones of these. Had them at 20 something dollars, they didn't sell. Dropped into $15 for months, they didn't sell. I dropped into $10, they've been selling. So I have $5 into each one of these, and they've been selling at $5. So it is what it is. I will take it at $5. Next item is a pair of Peter Millar white shorts. Now, white shorts sell really, really well. These were thrifted, $3.99, the wicking kind. The wicking kind. I do have cotton. I really don't like to pick those up anymore, but I do like the polyester wicking kind on these. These sold for $32.99, and I just listed them over the weekend, so in just a few days they sold. White is a great color to find, believe it or not, in golf apparel, but you just have to find it that doesn't, ones that don't have stains. So you're going to have ball and tee marks on the right or left pocket, and then on the back pocket you're going to have a lot of marks. So as long as you stay away from ball marks, you'll be good. You'll be good. So that was thrifted. Next item, again, Peter Millar shorts are selling well, the wicking kind. The Peter Millar polos, I'm only getting them if they are an all over print, like martini glasses, or I have one right here. Here's a good example right here. Like that. If it's got a print like that, I'll pick that up for $5. For $5, but I'm really kind of staying away from a lot of the other ones. IB Cool, I've been selling these like crazy. Bought these for $22. They were on clearance at a store, IB Cool, and I've been selling them for $44.99. $44.99. IB Cool, definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. They're long sleeve, they're vented under, they're women's. They're like tennis or golf type of shirts. If you've been watching some of the last videos, you have been seeing I've been selling these. So retail arbitrage has been great, and I'm going to keep doing it. But again, you want to be careful, because if you have a tight budget, you don't want to be sitting on that stuff for a long time unless you're comfortable with it. So be careful. Retail arbitrage can be a little bit dangerous. You see me doing a lot of these. Sounds really good, but you got to be careful with it. These were garage sale find, actually a barn sale find. So really we could do like 5 different. So this was a big, I bought a big lot of Judy Blues. We were at a long highway sale, and garage sale 3 miles off the highway. went to this big barn, and they had all these Judy Blues, new with tags, Judy Blue, new with tags, and used ones. Did a buy cost at about $9 a piece for the new ones, and these sold for $31.34, which is an Autoposher sale. So again, those of you who don't know what Autoposher is my virtual assistant and my cross lister all in one. It's awesome. It paid for itself this weekend, by the way. And it sent out an offer on eBay. Someone took it at $31.34. These were $32.99. These are going out ground. And again, I have that on surfsupfinds.com or in the link below. You can find $5 off your first month, but it's the best, I'm telling you. That Judy Blue shorts have been doing great for me. Judy Blue jeans, I haven't listed many yet because it's summer. I've been listing just shorts and polos. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a seasonal seller. So I sell all my items that are in season. Anything that I thrift right now that is in season, I will list. And then everything that's fall and winter, I will put in my storage unit. If I have time, I will get to it next. But I do priority first as far as seasonal items. This is a Kju's. This is online arbitrage. Kju's is the brand. I bought the whole bunch of these polos and quarter zips online. This was $22.99. Sold it on eBay. Took an offer for $40. So online arbitrage is a good place to source as well. People say, how do you know? How do you know? You just have to do your investigating. You have to know what stores. You have to know what brands. You have to know when they have sales. You have to be part of their email list. Be part of their text message list, all that sort of things. So when they send out like new items on clearance, I know you get those all the time, but it's sometimes when they send those out at midnight or something, I'll look and there will be really good brands on clearance. Like that shirt, that's a $90 or $100 shirt. I got it for $22.99, sold it for $40, and I bought a ton of them. I think I spent $1,200 on. I like pretty much bought them out almost. Next item is and that's what I mean. If you don't get on it right away, by the next day or the day after, there's people like me who buy them at midnight and you won't have a chance on it. So the North Face, this is just a North Face button-up shirt with flowers on it, a little bit of floral, sold for $14.24. Another Autoposher sale. This one, yeah, you're going to be like, dude, that is so cheap. But you know what? Patagonia and North Face cotton button-up shirts, or button-down, if the collar's button down, just aren't hitting it. If they're cotton, they're just not selling like they used to. Just because something's got a great name to it. Ooh, Peter Millar. Ooh, the North Face. Don't get caught up. Make sure you look up your comps, especially if you're going to be paying for that item. Next item is just a regular black small polo shirt by Nike. Nothing special about this one. It sold for $15.99. Very easy churn and burn bread and butter. I know that's about the lowest I'll go on an item when I'm spending $4.99. But, like I said, I'll take it. That's a good little buy right there to sell super, super quick. That was a size small too, by the way. If it was a size medium or large, it would have probably gone for a little bit more. Next item, retail arbitrage. Again, these shorts right here, I have a whole box of them. And so I've been selling them. But it is becoming the middle of June. And I want to get these things out. I don't want to hold these things all winter. I paid $10 a piece for these, or right around $10, I think $11, and I sold this for $22.99. So I have been selling them at $21.99 or $29.99, and I dropped the price to $22.99, hoping they'll just start selling like crazy. Because I want to get that money right now. I'm making a good profit on it. I want to get that money right now to get all that off-season stuff. So when that season comes, I can sell a whole bunch of it at a good price and then start clearancing off and still make money like this at the end of that season, if that makes any sense. Next item, American Girl doll. American Girl doll stuff. I bought $250 worth of it, 11 dolls, a whole bunch of accessories. I sold 2 dolls yesterday, one for $105, one for like $90. You can go to my eBay store and look. I sold on Mercari a whole lot of a dresser set for like $80, and then these sold for $16. This was just a lot of accessories I did at auction. Nothing really big here. Again, I had $250 into all of it, so I'm already in the profit, and I still have 9 dolls left, which is a pretty big deal. Like each one of those dolls are over $50 each because they have their full outfits and they're perfect condition. So I really did well with that. Again, At a thrift store, you would never find that. You gotta go hunting. So retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, garage sailing, barn sailing, and thrift storing. So when people say, I can't get good stuff at the thrift store, there are other places. Well, I live out, there's gotta be a garage sale near you. There's gotta be a flea market near you. And that, you can get online from your computer wherever you are. If you're watching this, you have the internet or even your phone, and you can get online and do online arbitrage as well. There's always a way to find something. These are Mizuno shoes. I think they're called like Wave Runner or Wave Prophecy. These sold for $30. I took a best offer. Usually with men's, these things can sell up to like 70 or 80. These sold for 30, which is fine. I have $9 into them. 9 into 30. What I'll do with these is put them in a priority box. So as you can tell, I sell hard goods, shoes, and clothing. Put them in a box like this. Put them in a bag like this. You won't find this in my LinkTree. It's Costco. This Costco bag. These are just 10-gallon trash bags. They're really, really good, especially come winter, for just to double bag one-time bag like a down jacket or something really expensive that you want to just make sure it gets a little extra protection. As you know, most of the stuff I have, I don't double bag. I haven't double bagged anything other than that so far. So that's going to go in the box, and that's going to go out. Now, since these are only $30, these don't have to go to the eBay Authentication Center, but I do have something here that will. And a lot of people get confused, like, what is that? Do I have to do anything special? I have a pair of shoes. They want me to send it to authentication. I'll explain it in a minute. Retail arbitrage, I bought these for $22 a piece. These Polo Ralph Lauren hats, I've been selling them at $44.88. So if I didn't have retail arbitrage and just thrifting, my sales would be less than half probably of all the sales. You see how important it is to diversify yourself. In the reselling game and any part of your life financially, it's really, really good to diversify. I'm going to put these in one of the bags like this, and then I'm going to put it in a little box because I don't like to put these in a bag and ship them. I like to put them in a box so their bills don't get messed up. I put it in a little 8x6x4 box, just like that. 22 into, what I say, $44.99? 22 into $44.99. So good little profit on that, especially when you can buy a whole bunch of them at once and then just list one in quantity of, which is what I did. This is going to Richard. Richard, thanks for your purchase, if you're out there. And by the way, none of these people are repeat buyers. This is a Denim and Supply. Anything Polo Ralph Lauren camo does well. And this is actually not Polo Ralph Lauren. This is Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren. So you'll see Denim and Supply Ralph Lauren. It's not Polo Ralph Lauren. This sold for $23.74. So again, another Autoposher sale. $23.74. Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, camo. That's what you're looking for. I don't care if it's pants, shorts, polos, jackets, whatever. If you can get it at the right price, at a thrift store price or garage sale price, pick it up. I've even done retail arbitrage at like Ross and found some camo pants that were Polo Ralph Lauren. They even had the polo horse within the camo. It's really cool. So those sold for $23.74. Autoposher sent on an offer and someone took it. Next item is, I need to print out the label, but these are a pair of dunks. These are a pair of wedge dunks, female wedge dunks. They're Nike. These will go to the eBay Authentication Center. If you sell an item, these sold for $100. They took a best offer for $100. So eBay, I paid $19. eBay will have you ship it to them via a FedEx, and then they will authenticate them and ship them on. I've never had a shoe not be authenticated. Once it gets authenticated and ships off to the buyer, you're good. You're covered. If eBay says they're not authentic, they'll ship them back to you. If you're really worried to see if you have a really, really nice shoe and you don't know if it's authentic or not, there's an app called Check, and it's like $5 to authenticate a shoe. So these were $20. If I wanted to make sure these were authentic, which I knew they were, I could spend extra $5, so I'd have 25 into them, sold them for $100, and not stress out about it. So these are going to go into this box. Really easy pack. I'll do those in a minute because I need to print off that label. Again, those are going to go to FedEx, so I have to print off a different label for those. This is but it's easy. If eBay Authentication Center, you just print off the label, pack it in a normal box, and then ship it to the Authentication Center. This is a Georgia Tech, like a baseball jersey. Very random, but anytime I find a college, especially maybe player worn or team issue, they always sell pretty well. This sold for $31.34. This is another Autoposher sale right here. Again, anytime you find a decent sized college and it's like probably a coach or an athlete issued item, you sell it or you pick it up and buy it. The last item that I sold is a great item, and if you stay till the end, put in the comments I stayed till the end. That tells me that I'll keep making these videos. Abercrombie & Fitch. Abercrombie & Fitch vintage pants. These are cargo. They have cargo, all these things on it. These are a good pickup. Even the bottoms are really frayed. These are from about 2004 when I was in high school, maybe a little bit before that. And these sold for $60. $60 for a pair of Abercrombie & Fitch cargo pants that are ripped up at the bottom. Would you have guessed that? That's why you watch these videos. Whether it's me or another creator, you find these brands that other people don't know about and the thrift stores don't know about, and you pick them up and you make a good profit. I watch other creators do the same thing. I'm always learning. I love always learning new brands. That's how you get ahead of the game. As always, thanks for popping in. I'll see you in the next one.